Hello, my beautiful friends. My name is Rome, and welcome to The Joy Channel, a podcast where we discuss self-development through shifting perspectives and cultivating more joy in our lives. We cover topics such as confidence, trust, letting go, self-love, and of course, joy. Let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about safety. Let's go. All right, so safety. Again, we're going to look at the word origin because I think it very much helps shift the mindset around safety, because the implicit mindset around safety at this point in our society, I believe, is if you're like, I am safe, it implies that you are not feeling safe. And so let's look at what safety actually is. So from Old French sauf, from Latin salve, meaning uninjured, to be uninjured is to be whole and complete, right? So really safety comes down to how whole and complete you feel in that, to be safe, to be secure. So what is secure? To be tied down, but in this context, let's say grounded. So just to be grounded to the present moment, because if you are feeling unsafe, if you're feeling unsafe, first of all, ask yourself why. If there's actually you need to get out of a situation, get out of that situation. If it's just you in your mind spinning out, though, let's kind of discuss that. If it's coming from a situation that you really need to get out of that situation. Do that for your highest good, for your highest, the love of yourself. And, don't stick around in something that's really not holistically beneficial for you. But if it's coming from a place of your insecurity, if your lack of safety feeling is coming from a triggered memory or something in your past that you haven't healed or completed, it's important to examine that and ask yourself, okay, self, what must I believe to be true in order to be feeling this way about this? So in that requires you to slow down and listen to your inner guide, your intuition, whatever you want to call it, just that calm state, the thoughts that come from that state when you're in a place of calm and peace and balance. So you're looking at the world and at your options as a balanced being, as opposed to coming from a place of extreme panic wherein you might only be looking at a handful of options. So it's really pulling yourself to center so that you can look at all the options and say, okay, these options are what is popping up in my head when I am calm. So these are the options for my highest good, and then choosing one of those. So sometimes in life, we trigger people and they trigger us. And this is all part of this healing process that we're all going through. We experience things that highlight parts of ourselves that might not have been completed yet. So while this is frustrating sometimes to us, it's really only frustrating if you don't reframe it. So how I reframe it is, I take it as a lesson and I thank it for highlighting a part of me that needed attention and healing. Because you wouldn't react to something, you wouldn't notice your foot if there wasn't a thorn in it. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't be experiencing pain in your foot if you didn't have a thorn in it, So take the lessons. Yeah, heal those places in yourself that can be more whole and complete. You're always whole and complete. You always have been, you always will be. It's just sometimes we get caught up and we forget to ground into the peace of the present moment. And then we feel unsafe because we're focusing on other things, because if there's a way for you to get out of an unsafe situation, you will do it because that is the option for your highest good. And if it's a situation wherein you're just triggered from a past memory, then it allows you to observe that. And instead of being like, oh, why was I thinking about this thing from the past? You can be like, oh, okay, so what's coming is going. So when it comes up for you, acknowledge it, become aware of it, and then let it go. And like because what, a lot of people say, what we resist persists. So the more that we like try and push it away, the more it pops up and it's like, hey, I'm here. So yeah, ignoring a problem isn't the same as allowing it to pass peacefully, Alrighty, cool. So first, to notice if you're feeling unsafe. If you're feeling anxious in your body, or if you are hurting somewhere in your body and you're like tense, or you're stressed, or you're grinding your teeth at night or something, you're under some sort of stressor. So ask yourself, what is the most loving thing I can do for myself in this moment? And, as I mentioned earlier, if it's to leave a situation, leave that situation. If you need some time to yourself, take it. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Tune into your body and your mental and emotional state. If something is out of whack, ask yourself why. Meditate on it even for however long you feel that you need to. Allow your mind to empty, to allow new thoughts and realizations to come in. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, unstable, unsafe, ask yourself, what must I believe to be true in order to be feeling this way? So after that, after you meditate, you will know what feels right to you to make you feel safe and grounded again. Act out of self-love and love in general, not in fear. I'm doing what is best for me, is what you can say to yourself. I'm doing what is best for me. And if you're feeling guilty or something for handling it the way that you need to, just realize that it's better for you to handle it in the way that feels best to you rather than making yourself uncomfortable to try and make someone comfortable, because it might not even be the way that they need to be made to feel comfortable. So it's just best for you to act in a way that's authentic to how you're feeling. So you can bring yourself to center and ground yourself into the peaceful present moment again. So, the present moment is what we have, right? Because when it was the past, it was the present moment. And when it will be the future, it will be the present moment. So just focusing on the now and bringing yourself here right now and saying, okay, what situation am I in right now? What do I need to do for this? And if you don't need to do anything, you don't need to do anything. And if you do need to do something, then you take that action. And that's the appropriate time to take action, when it's out of self-love and it's not motivated by fear. It's motivated by, I'm doing this because I love myself and this is what I need to do to feel grounded and safe and present. To feel whole and complete. This is what I need to do for myself. And that's coming from a very healed place. So, yeah. That's it. So now that we've gone over all of that, let's close out this episode with some affirmations. So we're going to take a few deep breaths to clear ourselves and just center ourselves. And then we're going to put all the feeling into these affirmations. Okay, so do not close your eyes if you are driving. Find a place you won't be disturbed to do this, to just be in your own energy. Take a deep breath. Breathe in. Lots of love into every cell, and breathe out any tension, anything not serving you. Breathe in love and patience. Breathe out any doubt, any tension. Breathe in lots of love. And breathe out lots of love. I will repeat the affirmation twice. You can say it with me if you would like. The second time. If you cannot speak it aloud currently, just allow my voice to wash over you and through you. Let's begin. I am whole. I am whole. I am complete. I am complete. I am present. I am present. I am fully present to the moment. I am fully present to the moment. I am here now. I am here now. I am. I am present. I am here. I am here now. I am. I am sovereign. I am sovereign. I am love. I am love. I am light. I am light. I am infinite. I am infinite. I am infinite. I am here. I am here. I make the choices that are best for me. I make the choices that are best for me. I listen to what my body needs. I listen to what my body needs. I listen to what my mind needs. I listen to what my mind needs. This has been the Joy Channel podcast. Thank you very much for listening. If you would like to become a supporter on Patreon, it is patreon.com/joychannelpodcast. There are lovely affirmation recordings and meditations and motivational materials to get some pep in your step. Please share with whomever you feel could use this. Don't forget to rate and review if you're listening on Apple Podcasts. If you would like to follow me on social media, my Instagram is @joychannelpodcast. I'm also on Facebook @joychannelpodcast. And you can email me through joychannelpodcast@gmail.com. If you would like to donate to my Patreon, it is patreon.com/joychannelpodcast. And on Anchor, it is anchor.fm/joychannelpodcast. I hope you have an absolutely amazing week. Bye now.